Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And now we're going to talk about the Prime Minister's Mustafa Madbouli visit to Davos 2025 to participate in the World Economic Forum. The Prime Minister participation in the World Economic Forum will include attending several important events on the forum agenda, along with holding meetings and bilateral discussions on the sidelines of the forum, bringing him together with several Arab and international government officials to discuss current challenges and enhance joint work, in addition to meeting with several heads and representatives of global companies in various vital sectors to explore opportunities for mutual cooperation and attract investments. And to shed more light on Prime Minister's Mustafa Madbouli visit to Davos, we are delighted to have with us over the phone Mr. Abdel Latif Wahba. He is a journalist. Good morning, Mr. Abdel Latif.
Good morning, Ian.
Thank you very much for joining us on Nile TV.
Thank you for having me.
At the beginning, I want you to tell me about the participation of Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli in Davos this year and the main topics that will be discussed.
As you know, Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli is participating in World Economic Forum in Davos on behalf of President Abdel Madbouli till now met many investors and companies and also is trying to promote for the Egyptian investment sector according to the state ownership document that approved by the cabinet after the agreement of President al-Sisi. So it is a chance for Egypt to show and to declare many projects or many projects in different sectors according to the state ownership document. As you know, that the government exited from all sectors, from all projects and so on. So it is a chance for the private sectors to participate in these projects according to different levels. It may be sharing or a partnership with the government, or controlling the sectors and so on.
Okay, Mr. Abdel Latif, what areas were focused on during the discussion, such as renewable energy or sustainable development?
Dr. Mustafa Madbouli interested, as you know, in renewable energy and clean energy. This is a movement not only in Egypt but all over the world to depend or to use the new power energy from hydrogen, from ammonia and so on. This is of course will attract the foreign direct investors to Egypt who's trying to find stability and energy and the main infrastructures for their projects in Egypt. As you know, that he met with the European companies, and at the same time with Siemens itself, has established in Egypt 3 mega power projects in different provinces, in Spanish Way, in Cairo, and so on. This is, of course, may be a benefit not only for the investors but even for the Egyptian economy.
Yes. Mr. Abdel Latif, you just mentioned the meeting of Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli with the companies. I want to tell me about how can Egypt benefit from this forum in the field of investment, attracting investments.
Yeah, of course. The forum is a new horizons for any country to declare the opportunities in their project in their countries, and there is a competition between the countries during the forum to attract the foreign direct investment. This is the main element or the core of the matter in Davos
this year. Okay, and what are the challenges that are facing Egypt in attracting investments?
Yeah, of course, as you know that we suffered during the last 2 years. This is because, or before that, especially after the Russia and Ukrainian war, and then in COVID-19, and during the last years after the conflict or the Israelis attacked against the Gazan people. This is was or are where the main challenges, especially as you know that the Egyptian economy depends upon the revenues of some sectors like Suez Canal, for example, and as you know that the Houthis attack against the naval and the ships and the cargoes and so on coming from the south, led to decrease the Suez Canal revenue by 70%, or we lost about $7 billion US because of the Houthi attack in the Red Sea.
Mr. Abdel Latif Wahba, how important is Egypt's participation in such a forum, talking about the relations, diplomatic relations between Egypt and the European Union in specific?
Yeah, of course, as you know that we have a historic relations with the European Union, especially after the EU adopted a financial aid to Egypt,
Yeah.
about $7 billion, and we received the first tranche of this subsidies, financial subsidies. It was $1 billion US dollars, and at the same time, as you know, that Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli met with all the participants from the EU and Egypt and the Switzerland, for example, signed a deal with the ministers, attended by ministers of international cooperation,
Yes.
to form the Council of the Egyptian Switzerland Business Council.
Okay.
This is important, as you know. And at the same time, Egypt, during the forum, met with the international mega project in EU, especially in power and energy, and so on.
Okay, moving to climate change, and this is very important issue to be discussed in the forum this year. Tell me more about how Egypt can benefit from the recommendations of this issue in the forum.
As you know that there were first recommendations during Sharm el-Sheikh conference here. Egypt, to get the aid of EU and the international societies, it started directly in establishing many projects to face the challenge of the climate change, especially when we moved from the traditional energy to the clean energy in different projects. This is one, and the secondly, as you know that this of course means that Egypt is enhanced to the international standards and the measurement of combating the climate change. Egypt, for example, at the same time is working with the African countries to help them in implementing the new energy at the same time as to face the climate change and to face the repercussions of droughts and other side effects of climate change in African countries.
Okay. Mr. Wahba, moving to tourism, how can Egypt benefit from such a forum in the field of tourism?
Of course, as you know that we have a plan to attract 30 million international visitors to Egypt on the short run, all by 2028. And the tourism at the same time is one of the main sources for the foreign currency. So Egypt during the forum declared that they have approved here, I mean members of the Egyptian cabinet,
Yeah.
approved many incentives for tourism sectors in building units, for example, and hotels, and at the same time in some incentives in airports for the international charter and the flights and so on. This is, of course, to attract or to achieve the target they put before.
Okay, Mr. Abdel Latif Wahba, the Ministerial Council journalist, thank you very much for joining us on Nile TV today. And ladies and gentlemen, short break, and we will be back after the short break.